Hello, we are one day away from opening day for the Orleans Firebirds. I'm Sammy Miller, that's Ian Nicholas, and that's Dylan Pescatore. But today we are at Fenway Park for the annual Fenway Day for all 10 teams of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Ian, how incredible is it to be at such a historic ballpark?
Oh, it's sweet. It's my first time here, and if you're a baseball fan, you've got to make the trip, right? It's Wrigley, it's the Bronx, and it's here. And for all these guys who hope to be in the major leagues one day, it's definitely checking something off the bucket list.
And Dylan, I know you're a Yankees fan, but still, it's pretty cool to be here, right?
You got to respect the history no matter what team I may root for. I mean, so many moments happened here. You look at the Ted Williams seat out in right field, or Manny Ramirez is a 501-foot home run over the monster. Too much history to not respect it.
And now in the Cape League, the rosters are pretty fluid. This roster that we're seeing right now may not look nearly as close in a few weeks, but Ian, what are some players that you've really seen that have stood out to you so far?
Well, for me, Kelly Nicholson loves his pitchers, and I like a few guys that he's brought in. One of them being a very familiar name in a lot of major league ballparks, Cam Leiter, the nephew of Al Leiter. He's transferring to FSU after a great year at Central Florida, where over his final 8 appearances, he had a 2.60 ERA, 80 Ks in 56 innings for him. And a couple other guys who are permanent players on this team, Sammy, who are going to be really good. Sean Matson, who knows the Massachusetts area well, goes to Harvard, and he can both come out of the pen and start. And then Jonathan Gonzalez, all the way down from Stetson. Yeah, I know you think Jacob deGrom when you think Stetson, but Gonzalez with over 150 inning pitch in 3 years, he's routinely going to be a guy, again, whether it's starting or coming out of a bullpen, who Firebirds fans are going to see early and often.
And Dylan, how about you? We've been to the past few practices, so who are some players that have been standing out to you?
I'll take the offensive side, Sammy, and Jake Casey. We got to mention him, son of a major leaguer in Sean Casey, in the Reds Hall of Fame. He has a sweet stroke from the left side. Had a great season at Kent State. Him and Aiden Longwell will bring the Golden Flashes to Orleans. And then you move on to Fenwick Trimble, one of my favorite names of our team.
Yeah.
He comes from James Madison in Virginia, and maybe a smaller school in the A-Sun, but he hit 340. And there wasn't conference or overall with the midweek games, there was no difference. Had a huge power surge this season. And then the third name that has to be brought up, Aiden Longwell. He hit 400 and can come out of the bullpen, like you said, and he does it all. This guy's all MAC, eligible to be drafted as well. He is a temp, but for the first few games at least, you got to keep an eye on him.
I'm definitely excited to see all those players and how they play. And I talked to Kelly Nicholson yesterday, and he said he would be totally fine with having this same current roster all the way up until August, which shows a lot of confidence that the manager has. Dylan, what are your thoughts on that statement?
I think he's confident, and I think that's not a crazy thing to say. There's a lot of guys on this team that can play at all levels. Austin Overn is one that comes to mind. He is an athletic specimen. He was tied for the lead in the NCAA in triples with 14. He plays an outstanding center field, and also last year was on the USC football team, which was ranked number 5 in the country at the end of the year. So a lot of guys in this team, and I don't think Kelly's over his head with that statement.
And it has been a whirlwind, not only for us, the players, the coaches, everybody. Fenway Day today, and then opening day tomorrow, and then our home opener on Sunday. Ian, what should Firebirds fans be expecting?
They should be expecting great baseball. Look, the week we burned your interview with Kelly, one thing that really stood out to me is he said every manager is going to say the exact same thing at this point, because that's what the Cape League is. It's not 2 teams that really stand out and 8 teams that stink. It's 10 teams with the best talent in the country. These are going to be great games, whether it's Hyannis on the road or Harwich at home. It's going to be close. Little pitch clock action also with the Firebirds at home. So Sunday, that's something that I'm looking out for. How do the guys adjust to that? There's just so much you got to watch out for.
Well, guys, buckle up. I'm Sammy, that's Dylan, that's Ian. We'll be your broadcasters all season long, so get excited. Opening day is tomorrow, Firebird fans.
Tune in.